Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flights in the Airbus A320neo and going up in the air in Lufthansa colours. So, should be a good flight today. Flight time is 1 hour and 45 minutes, and should be rather technical. We do have our hands full today, so we are using IVAO for our ATC, which does include active controllers right now, so we have got a Frankfurt tower to communicate with. And also, we'll be introducing PACX, the Passenger and Crew Experience add-on by TFDi Design. So what this does is it introduces passengers and cabin crew to your flight, and kind of gives you an extra passenger simulation side of things when you're in the air. So have fun with that today, but before we get started, let's jump into the cockpit and let's start setting up the airplane flights. So first and first batteries come on, align the IRS, fuel pumps will wait until the fuel's been sorted out. Nav lights on, strobe lights automatic. Let's clear the master warning and give the system a few seconds to come to life. So 40 seconds for the max self-test. All looks good. Jump down to the FMS and let's start programming our flights. Departure dates from Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. And our arrival is at Lima Foxtrot Bravo Oscar. There we go. There's the fuel, so we need about 18,200 pounds of fuel. Almost. 39. That will do. There's no company routes. And set our cost number today, which is, and it usually is, 5, which we confirmed on the flight plan. The answer is 5. Right, so that's our initialization set up. Zero fuel weight is 50.2. Our centre of gravity is 21.7. And our block fuel on board is 8.3 tons. Plug that in. And that should do us for initialisation. So program our flight plan in a moment. In fact, yeah, we'll do that in a moment. Let's use this chance to allow the passengers to start boarding the aircraft. So if I press Shift 9, this opens the PACX menu, and so what we're going to do is click on Menu, we'll start a flight, we're departing today, whoops, yep, so we'll use that, so Delta Foxtrot to Lima Foxtrot Bravo Oscar, sorry. Our flight number is Lima Hotel 1100, Lufthansa 1100, cruising altitude flight level 350, flight time is 1 hour and 49, so we'll say 1 hour 50, use round numbers for this. And departure will be in about 20 minutes. Passenger on board, 173 people on board. We're flying an A320neo, but that's not an option on this list, so we'll go through A320-200 today. Click on Next. We don't have Wi-Fi, we don't have entertainment, we have got boarding music, using Lufthansa. Same as the briefing, Lufthansa. We have got snack service, but Lufthansa do not do a meal service on their short flights. So, click on Start. You can now hear passenger sounds in the background, and also boarding music should start as well. Hopefully the volume's alright. If we need to adjust it, then we can always adjust it. But one of the cool features of PACX is that it only plays on the interior. So if we go into the exterior, it's all silent. Go back in the aircraft, you've got boarding music and passenger sounds. We've got Volaris, alright. Right, let's contact ATC and let's get our... Actually, not yet. We'll plug in the flight plan, then we'll contact ATC. So head over to Airways and let us start our flights. So, first waypoint today shall be Golf Tango, Quebec. Or is it? How to Quebec? I feel like I've missed something there. Let me have a quick look. How to Quebec? Let me have a look. So, departure should be runway 25 left. That's our departure. I think I've missed out a waypoint there. Yes, we have Tau. So if we add that to my flight plan, 2 seconds. fpl.ivo.aero. edits the flight plan, we adds the tower points. Right, so Tau, we then fly to Golf Tango Quebec. It's going to be, well, same there, so that's fine. After that, we fly to Givor. Then we fly to Echo Papa Lima, EPA. It's going to be that one. Then we fly to Dilab. Insert that. From Dilab we fly to Respo. After Respo we fly to DJL, Delta Juliet Lima. Then we fly to Mokdi. After that, it's Men. Almost there. Flight to Afric. And that is our flight plan complete. So insert that, we'll just double check it on the ND there. So plan mode, zoom out. Just go step by step to all the waypoints, which is fine. So let's now contact ATC, and let's get our clearance now to Toulouse. So we'll tune into the ATC frequency of, we bring that up, 119905. So now I'm tuning into Frankfurt Tower. Let's make contact, shall we? So Lufthansa 1100. Good evening, Frankfurt Tower. This is Lufthansa 1100 requesting IFR copy to Toulouse.
Lufthansa 1100, stand by for clearance.
Standing by, Lufthansa 1100. Okay, give him a second to sort himself out, and then we shall carry on. So I'm using IVAO today, and so if you want to try and see me, I guess, log into IVAO and give it a go. Currently at stand Bravo 44. Aircraft taxiing over there.
Okay, Lufthansa 1100, I ready to copy.
Lufthansa 1100 is ready to copy.
Okay, status approved, cleared, destination is flight via the Tau to correct departure of flight plan route out of runway 25 center, initial climb 5000 feet, score 1000.
Lufthansa 1100 is cleared to Toulouse via the Tau to Quebec departure, initial climb 5000, squawking 1000. Yes, ready to coffee. I realised that. Right, so departure I've reset. So that was 25 left via the Tau to Quebec departure. I'll just confirm that again. So 25 left, Tau to Quebec. Inserts. 25 Charlie. Sorry, did you say centre? Okay. My mistake. Cheers for that. See? So I love having you guys on chat. You guys correct my mistakes. 25 centre. By Tau to Quebec. Right, so flight plan set. And that's our performance. So flaps 1 for takeoff. Flex temp is going to be 68. Transition altitude is 5,000. And that is that. Rotate at 1, 2, 2. Well, fueled up the aircraft now, turn on the fuel pumps. In a couple of minutes, we'll be ready for push and start. So make sure that everything is now set, ready for the engine startup. We'll turn on the APU and check the passengers.
Gentlemen, I would love love to welcome you aboard
Delta
our flight.
Mike Papa Yankee on
When you find
frequency.
your seat, please be sure
That
to
looks good.
place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and
Let's grab
smaller
the
items
Echo Delta
underneath
Delta
the
Foxtrot
seat
Meta just in
freshly. Unless you're in
case.
the front row, please place
Delta
all
Echo
of your
Papa
items
Yankee,
in
I
the
on
overhead
frequency.
bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items,
1022.
please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is
Squawk
full,
1000.
please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear.
Automatic.
Delta Echo Papa Yankee, did you can hear me?
Delta Echo
If
Papa
you're in
Yankee,
an
that's
emergency
not... Delta Echo
Delta
Papa...
Mike Papa Yankee, second.
Yeah,
card,
there's one
Delta
guy's
Echo
a
Mike
little
Papa
bit
Yankee,
lost.
wind is 150
On seatbelt sign.
Takeoff runway 25 right turn
Now tell the
approved.
same to cabin crew as well, so seatbelt sign on.
So Delta Echo Mike Papa Yankee, we're currently on short runway 25 left for traffic circuit.
Welcome everyone chat. I apologise I'm not looking at
Yes,
chat so much right now, but I've got a lot in my mind to kind of get everything set up, so we'll get there. Right.
Delta Echo Mike Papa Yankee.
Gosh, someone's having fun outside.
25 left, clear for takeoff, right turn approved.
IVAO. So IVAO is an online network that allows people to fly essentially with realistic ATC within the flight simulator. It's compatible with all of the flight sims, so X-Plane, Microsoft Flight Sim, P3D, FSX. Well, it's cross-compatible with all of that. And I quite like it. I think it's quite nice. So, that's all set up. APU flap open. We'll start the APU. And we're about 10-ish minutes away from rotate, so we'll push back in just a short bit. And we'll be airborne well before the hour. Yeah, there's a motorbike on the field. Model matching works quite nicely because IVAO have got their own set of models in the sim that work with the model matching, so it is there. Model matching does work. Yeah, the Valaris is far from home. There's a Jetstar behind us as well, so that Valaris is there. Who are you? You're a Pegasus, I think. Let's have a look. So you've got a Pegasus over there. We've got a United Airlines behind us. We have... Is that Chewy? No, that's Korean. And then over there we've got the... oh, it's Martinair. Oh gosh, okay, I didn't see that. Oh, they've got a few aircraft. We've got a lot of Polish Airlines. You've got... Oh, I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Air New Zealand. They're very far back, so got quite a fair bit going on right now. PACX, I believe, costs $29.99. So... Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's a good little add-on. And the fact is, I can also speak to passengers as well, and they'll interact with what I say. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this flight 1100 from Frankfurt to Toulouse. Flight time today is 1 hour and 45 minutes, and we'll be a couple of moments away now from push our start. So I ask you to sit back, relax, enjoy your flights, and we have any questions, feel free to speak to our cabin crew today. So record down a message, or play it back as a generic message, and put it on a pilot voice filter as well. Thank you, Elite, there for the £5, €5, sorry. The airline skins is the airline's liveries mega pack. It's a free download. I'll try and drop a link in the chat when we're departing. So, set that. Yes, IVAO is free. Free to download, free to use. Right, APU is running. Overhead's looking fine. We'll turn on the beacon lights. And a couple of moments, we'll now request our push and start. So I'll wait for a gap in the chat there.
Runway 25 left, cleared low approach, confirm instructions thereafter, Delta Echo Mike Papa Yankee.
After low approach, again, right turn is approved or left turn is of your choice.
Delta Echo Mike Papa Yankee, return, thereafter turn right over circuit. Cleared low approach, runway 25 left.
There's not enough in that cabin announcement. Lufthansa 1100 is ready for push and starts. Stand Bravo 44.
Lufthansa 1100, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Lufthansa 1100. So call the pushback tug over. It should now stops the fancy boarding music. Also tune over to ground so that we can actually steer a pushback tug. So, gates now moved, pushback tugs connecting. And also with PACX, we'll have the correct safe demonstration as well. So we'll be able to hear the safe demos. That will come with the package. So turn on engine 1. We'll allow that to start up.
We're ready to go when you are. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 50 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down.
Request to steer the aircraft to the left, so he's asking for the right.
Make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure.
Engine number 1, slowly coming to life.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Hope the frame rate's not looking too bad, but it's looking a bit stuttery at the moment. There we go, it's back to normal. Engine 2, 1's active. Let's start engine 2. Parking brake sets. Pushback stop. So flying from Frankfurt to Toulouse. Frankfurt to Toulouse.
On behalf of your Lufthansa crew on duty today, we would like to show you the safety features on board.
Yes, I'm going to try and get a frequently asked questions bot going. Hopefully soon. So, engine 2 is now starting up. If we need a break from all the voices, then we can go to the external part of the aeroplane and it just silences all of that. IVAO, past their altitude client, it's a free download. Right, engine 2 is active and stable. We'll turn off the ignition. We'll turn off the APU. We will decrease the flaps 1. And set the parking brake to armed. Sorry, the spoilers to armed. Let's now call back ATC and let's request a taxi to the runway. Lufthansa 1100 is ready to taxi. I need to figure out a way to get this to always stay open. Ah, right, so the reason we can't say that is because we actually tuned out of that, so we can actually use the pushback. There we go. Lufthansa 1100 is ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 1100, stand by 1 minute, please.
Lufthansa 1100 will stand by. Yeah, left frequency to use the pushback. Hopefully one day we'll be able to use the pushback on the same frequency. That's the dream of the future. Taxi via November 3, Lima 5 to runway 25 center for Lufthansa 1100. Right. Taxi lights active. That's all fine. Parking brakes off. Let's go taxi to the runway. It's the aircraft there in the distance. Slowly coming into land. Looks like 25 left is coming in on. Ah, Denise runs for standby. Okay, cheers to that harvester. Always like the real life pro tips. Do drunk talk fans start fights? I mean, fights are possible. It is coded into the sim as an event that you can handle and deal with.
Echo Mike Papa Yankee, please turn left, traffic circle to runway 25 left.
Turning traffic circuit off runway 25 left, Delta Echo Mike Papa Yankee.
Die Tische und die Monitore sicher in der vorgesehenen Halterung. Und stellen Sie Ihre Rückenlehnen senkrecht.
Let's check something 2 seconds. 25 center is the runway right there, right? Ah, hang on. Yeah, 25 center. It's not a very long taxi. We'll go straight, make a left, and then carry on where we are. You're the one listening to the Observer way online. Oh, so you're the Observer guy, are you? Because I do notice that on the
Belt and check that your belt is tight.
on the TeamSpeak there is a Frankfurt Observer right now.
Simply pull up
Fair play. Welcome to the stream.
As turbulence can occur unexpectedly at any time, you're required to fasten your seatbelts as soon as you've taken your seat. This is in the interests of your own safety. This aircraft has 12 emergency exits.
The passenger sounds is PACX. TFDi Design PACX.
Illuminated strips on the floor of the aircraft will guide you to these exits, which are marked clearly with the word exit. These exits are equipped with evacuation slides which you can use to leave the aircraft in an emergency.
Use the world map has a sort of distance here to circle around Heathrow.
Wind is 150 knots degrees, 03 knots, clear for takeoff, runway 25 center.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25 center, for Lufthansa 1100. Okay, so see what they've done there.
110, report traffic in flight on your 12 o'clock position, Delta Romeo 50
In
Lima.
first class, you'll find your life vest under the armrest.
Traffic is in sight, Lufthansa 1100. So keep an eye on that aircraft down the runway, who's also about to make a departure. So looks like what they're going to do is tell us to exit to the runway right in front of us there. Should be a nice and smooth departure this. We've already got a takeoff clearance as well, so let's turn on the takeoff lights. Yes, and turn off lights as well. They come on. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Please be seated for departure.
When you pull out this tab. This flight is a no-smoking flight. Smoking is strictly prohibited at all times while on board this aircraft.
This is a flight attendant
In
request.
accordance with legal requirements, mobile phones must be switched off once we leave our parking position.
Cabin crew's been informed to sit down.
Use of transmission
We've got
equipment
our
and
takeoff
remote
clearance.
controlled toys is forbidden for the entire time you're on board.
Let's enter the runway. And
Please
let's
switch
go to the
off all
parts.
electronic devices now. You may switch it on again only when the fasten seatbelt signs have been turned off. For information on which electronic devices are allowed, please check the Lufthansa magazine. In addition, we ask that you please read the safety instructions, which you will find at your
Set
seat.
the brakes to max for ejected takeoff.
Delta Mike Papa Yankee,
Throttle up 40%.
join and
Engine 1 to stable. Up to flex.
left, downwind, runway 25 left again, and one turn on the
We're
left.
now ready for takeoff, so please ensure that your table and the monitor is
Again,
stowed
Delta
and
Mike Papa
secured
Yankee.
correctly.
Delta Echo Mike Papa
And
Yankee,
make sure that your seat back
join
is in an
left,
upright position.
downwind, runway 25 left.
D1.
Returning downwind, runway 25 left, Delta Echo Mike Papa Yankee.
Tight. Safe demo just finished in time for takeoff there. Positive climb, gear up. Also note that the aircraft there was holding short of the runway for us, which is always nice.
Delta Echo Mike Papa Yankee, winds 150 degrees, 03 knots, clear to land 25 left, sorry, clear for touch and go. After touch and go, join left, downwind, runway 25 left.
Downwind, runway 25 left, runway 25 left.
Down to about 10 degrees, make a right hand turn, get us to our first waypoint.
Preparatory, good evening, Lufthansa Napa Bravo, request
PACX available on the TFDi Design website.
information echo on board and Alpha 38.
Just back to climb.
Lufthansa Napa Bravo, good evening, shuttle approved, cleared Stuttgart, Anekina, Lima,
Flaps
departure,
up.
flight en route out of runway 18, initial climb 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
With an initial climb of 5,000, so we can make our way over to that. The auto trim will hold the aircraft in place. At the very least, that should keep us going quite nicely. So, initial climb 5,000, we'll climb up at 2,500 feet per minute, autopilot active, set speed to 250 knots.
Lufthansa 1100, monitor Unicom 128, ich wünsche dir noch einen schönen Flug, goodbye, tschüss.
122.8 for Lufthansa 1100. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. So I've been sent to Unicom now, 1228, and that should only be temporary because soon after, well, I'm not sure how soon after, but we will eventually be transferred over to a tower over in France. And so we'll have ATC guiding us down in France. However, on Unicom, we are now free to basically climb up to our actual altitude. So cruise up at 2,500 feet per minute, we'll go up to 35,000. And we'll slowly follow the departure route. Yeah, I'm sure that sets to 35. Using the default aircraft in IVAO. It's not the easiest bit of work, but you get there. You get there. Right, climbing out, all looking good. Passengers are happy. In fact, yes, passengers are happy. So one of the beauties of the pack is that during the flights we do get an in-flight report of our passengers, and after we land, we do get an end-of-flight report as well. So passing through 5,500, we'll switch over to standard altimeter. Yeah, 2% aren't happy, but the majority are. As soon as we hit 10,000 feet, we'll judge the turbulence to see if we turn off seatbelt signs or not. But as it stands, things are looking relatively relaxed at the moment. There's an aircraft to our right over there, you can see the flashing light for. But no, things are relaxed at the moment. Should be a pleasant flight. Let's increase our climb to 3,500 feet per minute. I use SimBrief for my flight plans. Welcome Ramsey, how you doing? Welcome everyone to chat, sorry, I've not had a chance to actually look at chat properly today. Welcome Mr. Crystal. Welcome there, everybody else, sorry. A lot of stuff to keep in my mind during this departure, especially now I've got PACX and ATC. It's a little bit complicated. Oh, there we go. That was nice. That was very nice indeed. So there will be a sunset during this flight. Sun is slowly leaving the horizon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory.
Right, so past 10,000. We'll turn off the landing lights now. And, well, aircraft is stable, so we'll turn off the seatbelt sign, and we'll tell PACX we've done the same. This is the custom A320neo, so this is the A320neo project aircraft.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Yeah, so this will be a pretty flight today. This is a pretty flight. We're using live weather, and we're using time about 1 hour behind real time. So it's about an hour behind, so we'll get to enjoy the sunset today, rather than just pitch black nights. Tomorrow, I plan to do a nighttime stream, so tomorrow we'll do nighttime, but for today, we'll use the, we'll have a sunset. Passing through 14,000, flight level 140. Not long to go now to hit cruise. And hopefully the frame rates will also improve as well as the flight goes on. It's one of the things that now, because I'm using a whole bunch of add-ons, it's just a case of checking everything, seeing which ones cause a frame rate issue, see if there's any settings I can now tweak, and hopefully start opening up for my my 3080, which I do plan to order in the future. Nope, VATSIM. I mean, I've already contacted VATSIM in the past about an appeal. They have refused the appeal, so as it stands, VATSIM, unless they message me, it is in the past. Yes, so PACX works as normal. the only thing required is to install SimConnect and FSUI PC, both of which, well, SimConnect comes with a sim, FSUI PC is free at the moment, so as long as you've got both of those, you're free to run this without any problem. Let's decrease our climb rate to 2,500. Let's increase our speed now to Mach 0.6. So the CPU is also going to be upgraded. I'm looking at possibly going AM... yeah, I think we're going to go ATC rather than... what am I talking about? Yeah, going to go AMD probably in the future. As good as the i9s are, we'll see. What happened with that sim? A few a few things came up, which I had no involvement in, but essentially, as I say, I feel like they threw me under the bus with what happened. They gave me no real chance to kind of communicate, which is a shame. But hey, it is what it is. At some point, so next group flights will probably be at the end of this month or the end of next month. I'm not sure if I'll do them monthly or bi-monthly yet, but in my mind it will probably be like the last weekend of every month, the last weekend of every other month. That's what I've kind of got in my mind for it. Not using vPilot, we're using the altitude client with IVAO. So hopefully, if all goes to plan, the ATC right now over Toulouse should still be active. We've had our controller take off. We'll try and get a controller for approach. For now, we are sticking to Unicom. Thank you. Thank you, Rob, for hosting. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. A little bit on the bumpy side right now. A little bit of turbulence. Aircraft's also a little bit on the slow side, so we can decrease our descent rate now to about 1,000 feet per minute. And we'll use this as an opportunity to try and increase our speed a little bit as well, get us up to Mach 0.6. Yes, if you go to drone cam starts with the movements of your aircrafts, but if you press the C key, press C, it does then give you some control of your airplane as well. So we're now using the rudder to control the aircraft left and right, just gently because, you know, we are using PACX today. But you can press the C key to switch from drone cam to plane controls. Yes, Neil's with his with his little screenshot there. And so that right there is the settings I'm using right now. Like I said, I do plan to get a frequently asked questions bot going, try and get at least some of the answers for you guys. Yes, PACX does work with Flight Sim 20. At least I'd hope so. I'm using it right now. Let's have a look. Currently at 98% satisfaction, still in climb stage. So let's have a basic look at our passengers. So Terry McDaniel is a 18-year-old male who's flying for business today. He's content, not too hungry, not too thirsty, not tired, and the seatbelt's on. You got Bertha, who is a female. She's going for business. She's alright. Bit hungry, bit thirsty, or very thirsty. She's not too tired, and currently seated, the seatbelt's on. Try to find someone with seatbelts off. There you go. So we got Bobby Love, who is a 71-year-old female travelling for leisure. She's happy, not hungry, not thirsty, not tired, and currently with her seatbelts off, but currently seated right now. And so you get 4 passenger profiles on this aircraft. Every passenger is different. Every passenger is a generated person. Ooh, where's that one wife? Okay, so you got Erica Barnes, who's a female. She's 15 years old, and so presumably, well, she's travelling on leisure, presumably on holiday. She's content, not hungry, a little bit thirsty. She's not too tired and currently seated. So get, like I say, a full range of passengers on this aircraft, a full range of profiles. That's all fine. The cabin crew will do a meal service, not a meal service, they'll do a snack service later. Top, so that's Zulu. So that's the estimated time of arrival based on Zulu. Based on Universal Coordinated Time. Oh yes, also we have galley view as well, but I'm not sure why anybody wants to look in the galley. We've got the captains, the co-pilots, the overhead panel, the FMS, or the MCD, sorry, so in flight plan mode. You then got your left-hand window, your right-hand window, and your galley view, rear galley. The camera controls is... there's a video by... what's this called? No, it is... So they're custom set of views which you can do in Microsoft Flight Simulator by using the, I think it's like Alt number keys or something like that. I have changed it, but if you head over to a video by Sim2Fly, Sim2Fly's on a tutorial on how to set these custom views in Simulator. Squirrel? What about Squirrel? What's Squirrel done? I don't know, I like his work. When it comes to simulation, Squirrel's very much up there for what he does. So it's slowly coming up to cruise now. We'll increase our speed now to Mach 0.7. And we'll go up to 1,800 feet per minute climb to get to our cruise a little bit quicker. Can you do a giveaway of packs? No. I've got no plans to at this stage. Maybe if TFDi Design wants to do something, then we could do, but not at this stage. 320 pilot, I like him again because he's a real world pilot, and so for tips and tricks, definitely worth a watch. He is. Has he done cameras as well? Okay, didn't realise he did that, because I know Sim2Fly did. Didn't realise Squirrel did as well. Yes, so the audio files are added to PACX, and so within the folder there's 3 folders. You get boarding music, safety demos, and something else as well, I can't remember. And so you can download custom setups for different airlines, and then the PACX tool will play them automatically in your sim. So that's why I had the boarding music and the safety briefing both with Lufthansa. Turbulence not at the moment. I mean, winds currently 35 knots at 286, so winds aloft are working over Europe. It's just over America that it seems like it's a bit iffy at times. So you have got a slight headwind going on at the moment, but nothing too crazy just yet. Pass through 30,000 for level 300. No plans for formation flights after this. No plans today. What server? We're using IVAO today. IVAO. So have a look at the plan right now. So current ATC. So there's an Amsterdam centre right now active. We've got Frankfurt towers on. I'm not quite sure if that's Luxembourg. Luxembourg towers on right now. And hopefully, let's quickly check WebEye, see if... IVAO WebEye. Let's have a look. Do we have ATC right now over Toulouse? There was one we departed. Yes, so Toulouse is still on right now. As is centre, so we should get ATC for landing today, which should be quite nice. Marseille's on right now, so is Nice, so is Montpellier. So once we get towards France, presumably we'll get a pop-up saying please tune this frequency to do that. No, PACX is not available on the marketplace. PACX is available on the TFDi Design website. Let me drop you a link to it if you guys are interested. So this is the passenger add-on, which is this. Drop a link on the chat right now. And so it's the full, in fact, it's a view record. So go back to some of my former X-plane flights. For example, we have this one from Stansted to Copenhagen. So this is an end-of flight report from an X-plane flight I did back on November 19. So flight time was 1 hour 33 for the 738, Ryanair 7384. Passengers 121 on boards. Okay, apparently it was extreme text conditions. X-plane and taxi and add-ons a bit of a mess up. So there you go, 96% satisfaction, all looks good. Where is it? Let's go for my Qantas flights. QF10. So QF10 from London Heathrow to Perth. Flight time was 16 hours and 43 minutes. Passengers were 64% satisfied. It was a very long flight, that. Landing was alright. Block time 16 hours 57. And again, not a bad flight overall. Passengers, they were neutral about it. And so, with PACX, you get the full end of flight reports as well. I like it. Can I spawn near you, or is it a special IVAO? I mean, with IVAO, it's a realistic network for ATC. So as long as you're doing it realistically, you're free to fly where you want, how you want, when you want. So PACX compatibility, because PACX became compatible as soon as SimConnect became compatible. So it does now work fully, because SimConnect and FSUI PC is now there. And so the website basically just needs to be updated to announce Microsoft Flight Sim. But from TFDi Design, the PACX is compatible, and so is smart cars. So if you're using the VAMSys virtual airlines, for example, you can now fly with VAMSys smart cars. If you spawned off of me on F-18, Amit, then again, depends how IVAO goes for it. You may get yourself suspended for breaking realism. Right now we're on Unicom at this altitude, so right now we are on Unicom. If there was a centre online, which we should get over France, then we will be controlled by... I'm not sure who the centre is. I think it's Nice Centre? Something like that. But at the moment it's Unicom.
In a moment, our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
There you go, so cabin crew now doing their meal service in the aircrafts. Oh yeah, someone has made an X-Wing, haven't they? I thought that was quite an interesting one, that. I don't know, I like Star Wars, and so definitely an announcement I was quite pleased with. VATSIM and IVAO are similar in what they're achieving. They're basically just two competitors of the networks. You've got IVAO, you've got VATSIM, you've got Postcon, you've got Pilot Edge. And so those are the four major networks at the moment. And then there are a few other small ones here and there as well. But IVAO, VATSIM are the two major ones. Pilot Edge is the most realistic of the lot, and while realistic only really covers the western portion of the US, and then Postcon, early days, it's still in the alpha beta stage, and so hopefully you'll see a release in the relatively near future. Nope, no top percent working. That'll be all done manually. How do you know someone has to flight level 2? So, as per standard aviation law, aircraft flying to the east fly on odd level flight levels. Aircraft flying to the west fly even number flight levels. And so, at the very least, I know that no one's going to come in from the opposite direction at this flight level. Although, it's just a case of keeping an eye out for other traffic and using TCAS to keep an eye out for what's around you. So as you can see, it's not too far at all. Well, it's still got a fair bit of flying left to go. It's about a 1 hour and 50-minute flight, this. So you can see at the top screen, we have got an ETA that is slowly counting, about 50 minutes away. We got a little while to go. We have a little while to go. Yeah, so you need your FSUI PC7 to make PACX compatible. They're having a few updates to the A320neo X. Updates are still coming, don't you worry. So right now we're just monitoring Unicom. There's a little bit of chatter going on right now. A few aircraft around us, but relatively peaceful at the moment. I see someone tried to rub these windows down and give them a wash with one of those metal sponges you use to clean dishes with. That window is horribly scratched up. Oops, a little bit of turbulence there. A little bit of turbulence there. Hopefully though, it's just a one single gust. Nothing crazy. If we need to see that signs we can do. Ah, there we go. Satisfaction 100%, serving snacks and drinks. Our passengers are all happy. Score code was given 1000, so that was given to me when we were at the gate. We were given initial climb to 5,000, but the flight level is controlled by my flight plan. So cruising at flight level 350, and that was given to me before we'd started. So it's not something that ATC is super required to do. I mean, squawk codes they're supposed to give you, and so instead somebody doing 1,000, which I believe it's a special squawk code for Microsoft Flight Sim users. That way, if the ATC notices you're using 1,000, it knows that you're using Microsoft Flight Sim. Therefore, perhaps not going to be the greatest at climbing and descending, as well as using your own separate flight plans and all that. But, yes. They have assigned me squawk code 1000, and they did give me initial climb of 5,000 before giving me to Unicom, and at Unicom, I climb up the rest of my cruise. This is the... There is no Zybo mod for Microsoft Flight Sim. You're probably referring to the A320neo project, which I am using today. Check your eCam. If your eCam works, so that is the displays in the middle there, if you can change pages to that, then that's how you know it works properly. No plans on VATSIM yet, until I can unsuspend my account. Or at the very least, have a chat with me about it. But for now, IVAO seems to be doing quite nice. If I squawk 10500, I'll automatically be disconnected, because on these online networks, they prefer you not to squawk these emergency codes, especially that of terrorism. Yeah, so Zybo 737-800 for X-Plane. This is the A320neo X project. How I was suspended, the official reason I was given for suspension was VATSIM reserved the rights to remove access to our network for any user at any specific time. So that's the official reason I was suspended, although I never really got a chance to appeal. different email I can't because it's an IP ban. And to be fair, if I did create new accounts with VPN, I mean, they obviously know who I am because I'm streaming right now, so they'd notice and they'd probably go block the new account as well. So like I say, I'm happy to respect that. So if they want to suspend the accounts, they can do what they want to do. I mean, I've still got a lot of respect for them, especially when it comes to the people who fly with them. So their controls are great, their community's great. I've got a lot of respect for that sim. Just a few hiccups with the management of it. But then again, IVAO, it's been rather fun. I do like the Altitude client. It's very modern, very clean, very easy to use and understand. And so there are benefits to the other networks as well. And Postcon, I'm keeping an eye out for. No, it's not my full-time job. Streaming for me is just a hobby, something I do in the evenings when I get back from work. So far so good. Currently at cruise, we'll increase our, well, just that again, so Mach points 8. Mach 0.81 for now. Winds are still 36 knots, but slightly more of a tailwind now, so slowly change direction as we continue our cruise. Should be a rather standard flight this. My job, I do social media marketing and database backend supports. PACX. The passenger simulation is called PACX. PACX. It's by TFDi Design. Yep, PACX is fully compatible with that. You just need to have FSUI PC7 installed, which is a free download. If you download FSUI PC7, make sure on the latest updates, PACX works absolutely fine. Yes, so the AI right now is all controlled by IVAO. And so anyone you see will be a real player right now, playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, flying the flying the routes. My favourite short-haul airline. I mean, I quite like Ryanair. I've flown with them so many times in the last decade, and I've never had a problem. Last year, I flew with Ryanair 22 times. Maybe on 3 occasions there was a delay. On 6-7 occasions, we landed with about 10 minutes early. Welcome to Scott, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. So far so good today. Nice and calm, the weather's looking clear. IVAO is shooting as well, so is PACX. Should be a good flight today. And well, that's also ensuring that we double check the ILS tunings when we come to approach as well. I'm not sure what happened to you yesterday, because I'm sure you did set the ILS for 2.5 left, but obviously the sim had other plans for you. Welcome there, Blue Turtle, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. Thoughts on Chewy? No real opinion on Chewy, because I've never used any of the package holiday companies. If I go on holiday, I'll pay for everything myself. So this is PACX. So this is Passenger and Crew Experience by TFDi Design. It's a third-party add-on that well, you can buy and install for the sim. It simulates your passengers, simulates your cabin crew, and all that. So let's speak to our passengers, shall we? Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a message from the flight deck. We are about a third of the way now towards our flights to Toulouse, and we should be landing in approximately 40 minutes. Once again, we hope you've had an enjoyable flight so far, and any questions, feel free to speak to our cabin crew on board. Thank you very much. So it's a public address, it's a general address. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a message from the flight deck. We are about a third of the way now towards our flights to Toulouse, and we should be landing in approximately 40 minutes. Once again, we hope you've had an enjoyable flight so far, and any questions, feel free to speak to our cabin crew on board. Thank you very much. And so play back your message, it will put you in a fancy pilot voice filter thing, and passengers will respond to what you're saying. So, as you can see, so far it's very satisfied. The cabin crew have finished their meal service now. So, it's expected to arrive with 1 hour and 17 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes may have been a little bit on the low side there, but it should be alright. I mean, you can use PACX for GA aircraft if it says like 1 passenger or 2 passenger, so it is possible to use PACX. Because as well as the passenger simulation, it also gives you full end-of-flight reports and other things as well. So there are more benefits to PACX than just the sound and audio. The end-of-flight reports do also look quite good as well. So if I go to, not awards, go to records, so you can see end-of-flight reports. This is a Inuit flights, 737-200s from, gosh, I can't remember what these airports were. They're small airports somewhere. In fact, that was Montreal, I believe. Montreal somewhere small. 1 hour 15 flights, 84% satisfied, landing rate was nice and smooth, and you do get the full passenger reports as well. So it is more than just reports, is other stuff as well. Had set back to do some work. Did you read the post? Did you post that real? Oh right, yes. So this is the link to PACX if you're interested in getting it. For a beginner, IVAO is usually quite good as well, but really, if you're starting out on these online networks, I'd recommend you start off with the basics. You start off just on text, so don't use the voice, but use text to communicate with ATC. Go to an airport that has got silent active and just listen. Listen to the lingo, listen to the people talking, and eventually just catch on what they're saying, and start learning the basics as well. Yes, so the camera positions are all saved camera positions. You can preset some different camera viewpoints, and you can use them to jump around the aircraft into a bunch of different areas. So preset camera viewpoints, they're based on the number keys. Mods right now, we're using the A320neo projects, we're using PACX, we're using IVAO, and for the overlay, we're using Fly Live Studio. And for the most part, autopilot's quite easy to figure out. You just got to set your speed, set your altitude, and allow LNAV to do all the navigation for you. I don't think it really needs a whole tutorial on it, because there isn't that much to learn. It's just 3 things. Altitude, set your climb rate about 2,000 feet per minute. Set your speed up, Mach points, whatever. And then headings automatically from LNAV. There's no real, well, there are no interior, it's just the black nothingness behind her. And so, yeah, there's no actual interior, apart from just the rear and forward galleys. Apart from that, yeah, not really too much. Joystick, I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Alright, yes, we have got a couple of moderators on today. I've noted Niels has been on for a little bit today. And I'd also noticed the other guy as well, Maganto, slowly coming in now as well. So I've got some moderators on. yes, there is push to talk for IVAO. I'm using the caps lock key for my push to talk. Radisson, that's it. So it was Radisson to some other small airports as well. It was a 737-200 flying in the bush areas. So it was gravel strips and really small everything. There's no A350 planned at this stage. Not from Asobo. Nothing announced from third parties. Yes, very excited for your Netherlands projects there, Niels. And based on the screenshots you've shown already, it is looking really good. I'm quite excited to see how you're going to modify Chiphole as well. Very excited for that. Detective MLO. Yes, I'm using caps lock for my push to talk. I'm sure there are better keys out there, but it's one key that's guaranteed not to be assigned to anything on the keyboard for any flight simulator. So hey, it works. I mean, I'm using IVAO for my ATC. I do plan to, so tomorrow, in fact, there's a new voice codec coming for IVAO. Hang on. Where is it? In one day. Where is it? Sure there's a link to it somewhere that like a countdown. But essentially, in 24 hours, IVA will no longer use TeamSpeak for its ATC voices, but uses a brand new voice codec built into the Altitude and Aurora clients directly. There it is. So in 1 hour, 1 day, 16 hours, 21 minutes and 31 seconds, there'll be a new voice integration both of Altitude and Aurora, and it's a built-in voice codec that is active directly with, well, the clients. And so once that's fully out, I then plan to do a tutorial which explains the basics of IVAO and how it all works. But it looks really good. There you go. It's compatible with FSX, sorry, compatible with new Microsoft Flight Sim, compatible with FSX, X-Plane up to 8, and P3Ds. If you've got any of these simulators, it's fully compatible. And yeah, it just looks really, really good. I'm very excited for the future of IVAO. Very excited to see where things are going with it. Yeah, so it's modded multiplayer. It's realistic AI ATC within a sim. Right, we're not too far from our arrival now. Not too far from descents. We'll check the IVAO map again. Make sure that they are still active over in France. The answer is... ooh, okay. We should get Bordeaux Centre, but Lyon Centre has disconnected. So we've lost the Lyon. Bordeaux is still active right now, so there's a chance we may get to talk to them during our descent. Why don't I use VATSIM? Because my account's been suspended and they're giving me no opportunity to appeal. There you go, simple answer. Same question answer all the time. If someone from VATSIM can please talk to me, I am up for chatting. No, so there's no certification for IVAO. You can be at whatever level you're at. You can join in. And, yeah, everyone's rather nice and easy to work with. You can use it on air. That is compatible, yes. We are using live weather. It doesn't affect FPS. If it does, it's very minimal. We're using IVAO for ATC. IVAO. It's an IP ban, and, well, I'm streaming, so if I did make new accounts, they'd know it's me, quite obviously. I don't use VATSIM, so no, I can't. Ah, nice one, Mason. How was your first day? I'm glad to hear that you've gone. How was it? The official reason of the ban was VATSIM reserved the right at any points to revoke the access of any user on the VATSIM servers. And so, that's the official reason why I've been banned. And they've given me no contacts, no chance of appeal, so no, I can't use VATSIM. I've got no intention to at this stage, unless someone can speak to me and sort it out. But if they've got no want for me, then it is what it is. Yes, custom window views. You can set those window views via using the custom viewpoint keys, which are the I don't know what the default keys are, so I've changed them to numpad, but you can set custom viewpoints, yes. So you've got the overhead panel, you've got captain seat, co-pilot seats, MCDU, left window, right window, and rear galley. I've been in contact with Drawyah. He knows that whatever happened I'm purely innocent on, but sadly it's the suspensions thing that stopped me. No, I'm not a real pilot. This is just a hobby for me. Zero fuel weight is calculated via the A320 calculator, not via the SimBrief on the flight plan. Yeah, I should make it obvious that this is not VATSIM. I mean, IVAO, it is what it is, I quite like it. I know, like I say, Drawyah's not the issue. He's a great guy, I've had plenty of conversation with him, I like him. As I say, I've got plenty of respect for the community, for the ATC, for the people who run VATSIM. It's just the management that I'm a bit iffy with because of the, like I say, if the way to describe it, they threw me under the bus. They gave me no chance to speak. They threw me under the bus. Yes, so using the A320neo X project, so we have got the upgraded E-cams and overhead panels. We are using that all for today. No, I did nothing wrong. They gave me no chance to appeal. Tried a support ticket, they rejected it. In terms of Airbus add-on aircrafts, I don't think there's been any that's been announced just yet. In terms of aircraft that have announced, you've got the PMD G737 NG3, you've got the 737-400 about that unknown developer coming, you've got the 737-200 from Milviz, you have the CRJ coming from Aerosoft, also they're doing a Twin Otter, you have the Concorde from DC Designs. What else have you got coming? There's a few other aircraft as well, some smaller stuff on the way, but there's a fair few that have been announced in terms of aircraft, but nothing yet from Airbus. No Airbus aircraft yet. I mean, the AI liveries come as part of the Mega Liveries pack. That is now standard of that. And so if you download the Mega Liveries, you now get all the AI stuff as well. Yes, yeah, so Aerosoft will work on the Airbuses afterwards, so I think they're going to do their A330 as one of the early ones. Welcome there, Louis, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Yeah, don't use default ATC, try and go for one of the third-party ones. So the A320neo X project is an upgraded A320, so it features fully functional eCam, which is the 2 displays in the middle, so I can switch to the pages, look around the aircraft, see all the systems in action. So that's all working, and on the overhead panel you've got the ADIRS working fully. You've got functional seatbelt signs, and no smoking. You've got manageable air conditioning heats, and a few other small upgrades here and there as well that slowly upgrade the aircraft. Yes, I do plan to get the Concorde when it releases, and something like Heathrow to JFK is certainly on the list of things to do. Right, not too far from our top of descent now, so before we start, we'll go pop to the toilet 2 seconds. Back in a moment. Right, I'm back. Yeah, so the ETA is in Zulu, so that is accurate to, well, our actual ETA. Alright, so on approach up now, so we're going to be landing on 32 left. And we're coming in via the Afra 6 Lima arrival. No wires, insert that. That's all set. We'll start our descent in about 5 minutes or so. Not long till we make our way to Toulouse. Centre is still on right now, so it's like we may be speaking to Bordeaux Centre. One 125 105. As soon as we're ready to contact, then we'll have that on the standby. So 125 105. We'll do a flaps 3 landing if that's what you want. We'll do flaps 3. Right, so as soon as we're ready to contact centre, we shall tune onto that. Tomorrow, I plan to do a nighttime flight. Not sure the route just yet. PACX does work. PACX working a charm. So expect to arrive about an hour. Passengers are very satisfied at the moment. So far, so good. as you connect it, you need to use FSUI PC7 to connect. So if you download and install FSUI PC7, which is free to download, it then works no problems. Yes, the second Dubai flights was much better, because that includes the FPS fixes, so it runs much smoother. There was no go around on landing, and just overall a much better flight experience. So the second flight was definitely better than the first. And that's the main reason why I did it, because I did the first flights. I wanted to do it better, I wanted to improve it, so... Second time's charm, we landed no problem, all went well. So the A320neo X project, I've already answered that question for you, Tim. It includes all new eCams, improves the overhead panel, and just adds more realism to the sim. So the skins, that's just part of the Mega Liveries pack. The Mega Liveries pack. Right, let's start our descent, shall we? So we need to go down to 3,000. Not yet, actually. We'll leave it at cruise a little bit longer, and then we'll descend. If you call out a Mayday or Pan, it's usually best advised to drop a message to your... Drop a message to ATC if you're using active right now, and just to confirm them first if they're happy with you to do an emergency or not. Some ATC are not so keen on that, but drop a message first. I'm not a pilot, this is just a hobby.
At our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
So we've just started our descent now. Shouldn't be long till landing at this stage. It's available to download, it's available on the TFDi Design website. As long as you have FSUI PC7 working, it should look rather good. Yes, we're using the client, we're using Altitude today, the beta clients for IVAO. Yes, so the mod, you just copy and paste files into the community folder, and then it all works all normal. The METAR information for our arrival. We should be contacted by Centre very soon for ATC coverage. Right, let's get the METAR information for Toulouse. Clouds and visibility okay. Variable winds at 2 knots. QNH 1023. So we're looking good at the moment. Yes, FSUI PC7 beta. At some point I do plan to do an IVAO tutorial. I'm going to wait until the weekend because tomorrow they're introducing a brand new voice codec. So the new voice codec built into this program and not using TeamSpeak for it. So they are finally moving away from that, and it should be rather good. And so I do plan to do a tutorial on IVAO, yes. There's no free version of PACX. You've got PACX as the main one, and I think the alternative is also self-loading cargo, but for me personally, I quite like PACX with the voice. In fact, you can voice your ATC, so let's speak to our passengers again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, an update from the flight deck. We have now hit our top of the descent, and we should be landing in approximately 25 to 30 minutes. Not long to go now, we've started the descent, and we shall be turning on the seatbelt sign in a couple of minutes. If you have any need to go to the loo, then please go now, and any more questions, speak to our cabin crew. So again, a generic address. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, an update from the flight deck. We have now hit our top of the descent, and we should be landing in approximately 25 to 30 minutes. Not long to go now, we've started the descent, and we shall be turning on the seatbelt sign in a couple of minutes. If you have any need to go to the loo, then please go now, and any more questions, speak to our cabin crew. No, I don't play Airlines Commander. I don't play too many games on my phone. So, passing through 27,000. We've still got... Well, we've got a fair while to go. In fact, let's go back to about 1,000 feet per minute for a little bit. We'll go down to 500. We probably went a little bit too early there, but we should be alright. Tuesday for what, sorry, Glenn? Yes, they're flying an A319. My guess they're flying the Toulouse A319 in the next plane. And so IVAO is cross-compatible with all the main simulators. You can see aircraft regardless of what platform you're on. Ah, I've just realised something. Did I actually select A300 when I started this flight? Whoops, oh well. We're using the dev branch for the A320neo X. We're using the dev branch. Down to 250 knots. So the panel there is PACX. It's PACX by TFDi Design, and so it's a passenger and crew experience add-on. Simulates the passengers, simulates the cabin crew on board your aircraft. It's a pay-aware third-party developer add-on. It's out by TFDi Design. Yeah, I do miss the 7.3, I do miss the Zybo. But hey, if you know what you're doing with these, it's not too difficult to fly. Top of descent. So the rule of thumb is if you descend at 2,000 feet per minute at 250 knots, you'll lose 30,000 feet in 80 nautical miles. And so you can kind of use that as a rule of thumb to kind of get an idea of how you should start sending and when. Here's the link to PACX. It costs $29.99, $29.99. But if you're only a passenger crew and all that, I'd say it's worth it. And I do love the fact that you can use your voice for it, and it all fully works within the sim, so I like it. Do you think 1660 Super is worth getting on a low budget and want cards to be able to play 2020 on high settings? I mean, if the 30 series cards are out of order for you, then I'd say wait a couple months, because when the 30 series cards come out, expect the second-hand market to be flooded with second-hand 20 series cards. And so, if you can wait a little bit longer, watch out for the second-hand market. Welcome there, Tents. I'm not doing too bad at the moment. It's been a good flight. It's been a very good flight. Welcome there, Snack3, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How to activate the weather radar. If you go down to the right here, sets the systems to 1, set that to weather or weather and turbulence, and with that, your weather radar will work. At the moment, there are no clouds for us to detect, so it won't show anything. But essentially, you just flick the system switch, turn on your weather radar. Yeah, I'd say wait for the second-hand 2080s to come out, because they'll go cheap. As soon as people start buying the 30 series stuff, 20 series goes cheap on the second-hand. What am I eating? I'm eating a Fox's Viennese milk chocolate dipped finger. Where am I from? I'm from London. Airlines including PACX, it's whatever airline you want. You can download boarding music, you can download the safety demos. It's your choice which airlines you can fly with. So I'll be getting the 3080. 3070, 3080 both looking really good. 3090 is overkill. It's looking amazing, but at that price, I can't justify it. Also, it's not really designed for gaming. It's more designed for heavy rendering and max performance and everything, but 3080 is definitely in the sweet spot for performance and price, and so I'll be picking that up quite early. So the price of the 3070 is $500. The price of the 3080 is, sorry, how does it go? So it's $500, $700, and $1,500 for the 3070, 3080, and 3090 respectively. And apparently, Lenovo are making a 3070 Ti, which, well, I wasn't expecting it. And out of all the companies, Lenovo. Fair enough. No, if Lenovo are doing a 3070 Ti, it should be, again, middle of the range price, very good spec, well worth considering. Not sure about which 3080 yet. It will either be the MSI the Asus or the Asus ROG, Republic of Gamers, which the three I'm looking at right now. But yes, the RTX 20 series cards are going to go very cheap, especially on the second-hand market. And so if you're looking to upgrade but not spend too much on it, well, you've got plenty of options now. Right, turn on seatbelt sign. Let's prepare the aircraft now for the latter stage of departure, for the arrival. So turn on seatbelt sign. We'll tell PACX we've done the same.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
I mean, I can do a video on PACX, but again, it's one of those things that, apart from the basics, there's not really too much to talk about, because it's just how it all works. Yes, PACX works on any aircraft. Any aircraft in the sim works absolutely fine. Couple of moments we'll increase our descent rate again to 2,000 feet per minute. We are now slowly entering the airspace for Bordeaux Centre. We're high. I wouldn't say so. We're at 22,000 with about 60 miles to go. So we're probably back down to 2,000 feet per minute. But I wouldn't say we're high, not at all. So bang on right now. As you know, distance flights waypoints. So if you look at the ND right now, currently it's at 80 miles range. So this ring here is 80 miles. This one is 60 miles, you can see about 60. This one's 40, this one's 20. So you can use the ND to judge your distances from the airport. Also you can use the, so we're 5 miles away from Foxtrot Juliet Romeo 64. It all gives you the stats. Let's tune ATC, so it's 125105. Good evening, Bordeaux. This is Lufthansa 1100 passing through 20,000 feet.
Delta 1100, Bordeaux, very good evening. Identified. Continue descent level 80, expect ILS 32 right approach.
Continue down to 080 and expect runway 32 right at Toulouse for Lufthansa 1100. So actually down to 8,000 initially. ATC will manage us for the approach. Also 32 right, confirm that. Okay, so it's 32 left we set at the moment, so we'll switch over to right. And be the same approach for the Afra and Lima. Perfect.
Transfert de départ au kilo depuis l'intersection Papa, lignez-vous piste 09, autorisé décollage, vent 120 degrés 89.
We are flying in France right now, and so French ATC do allow speaking in French in their own sectors, which again is realistic. I mean, if you go to Spain, for example, Spanish ATC always speak in Spanish unless they're dealing with international flights, but international standard language is English, but local sectors will use their own languages depending on preference. As an aviation student, let me speak how much better VATs and IVAO controllers speak better English than their real life. I mean, as someone who has flown real life as well, I can second that. A lot of controllers don't have the best English, and it's not helped by the fact that VHF radio is always the clearest. But yes, that's a real person controlling ATC, and there's a real aircraft on the traffic right now. Not 24/7, but it really comes down to the availability of when ATC is available. So if you look at the IVAO events page, for example, especially during the weekends, it gives you an idea of where ATC is and how long they're active for. Usually, I mean, what is being said in Twitch right now? I mean, looking at you saying how to get A320neo, which I've already done a tutorial for. As it stands, Twitch chat is looking quite good. Yeah, I've missed your question, but just ask it again. I saw some sorts of real-life schedule function in it. Here we go. So is there a shared flight so you can choose on PACX? It's wherever you want. Fly it wherever you want, whenever you want, however you want. As I've already explained. The A320neo is a free download. It's available on GitHub for downloads. I've done a tutorial on it. Feel free to give it a watch. Fee for 20 now, £4. SimConnect, I believe, is automatically installed with the simulator, so that's already there. The only other roof that's recommended is if you pick up FSUI PC.
Frankfurt d'abord kilo identifié, montée niveau 340.
30 miles to go now. I've already done a Dreamline tutorial, I've done departure, I've done landing tutorials for it. Already there, Elite. Preset camera waypoints you can use in the simulator. Your settings are running on high or ultra at the moment. High or ultra.
1100, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1023.
Down to 5,000, QNH 1023 for Lufthansa 1100. So yeah, switch that sets. 1023. Down to 5,000.
We have begun our final descent into France. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any
So we're about to pass through 10,000 now.
back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Not long to go. Not long to go to a landing. It's going to be we're going to use ILS for the approach in, but it will be a manual touchdown. The weather's spotless right now, so we shall be using a manual landing, manual touchdown. Non-existent trash. What's up with that, Josh? Right, landing lights on. down to 2,000 feet per minute. And shortly, we'll start with our flaps. About 20 miles to go now to land. Down to 210. Flaps 1. That's about 190 knots now.
Lufthansa 1100, descend 3,000 feet, cleared ILS 32 right approach, report established.
Down to 3,000 and clear for the ILS approach. Will report when established. Lufthansa 1100. So flight attendants are controlled by PACX, the Passenger and Crew Experience add-on. ATC is being provided by IVAO today. Down to 180 knots. Turn on the glide slope information. We are established at the runway. In fact, we're already pretty much bang on the descent rate there, which is always good to see. Flaps down 2. A bit on the low side right now, so we'll reduce our descent rates. When you use our preset camera points, you can save them within the simulator menu using the number keys. There we go, airport's in sights.
2,500.
Gear down, 10 miles to go. Flaps down 3. Slow the aircraft down to VREF, which is... well, we'll process that as well, shouldn't we? Right, VREF 148, landing 146. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Please be seated. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Please be seated. Right, pre-land checklist. So flaps set, spoilers armed, gear down, 3 greens, landing lights active, And at this point, we're now just awaiting for ATC clearance. We use low brake settings today. So ATC clearance is now just the last thing we need. You can't set config free, it's not yet simulated. So now wait until we cross 1000. We're going to turn off the autopilot. Lufthansa 1100 is established runway.
Lufthansa 1100, runway 32 right, wind 350 degrees 6 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, Lufthansa 1100. So, got our landing clearance. We're about to switch off the autopilot, about to pass through 1000. See, where will I be without you guys? Where would I be? Thank you, Elite, for the €5. Autopilot off. Oh boy, gonna try and install the manual now. How do you know it's low altitude and speeds? Never know. So right runway is guided to you by the FMS. The speed and slowdown. If you watch my landing tutorials, I go into a bit more detail on that, but it's 250 knots, 2,000 feet per minute, 80 miles. Descend 30,000 feet. Right, sterile cockpit. I'm going to ignore the chat slightly and just watch the landing from my own end. A little on the high side right now, so I'll pitch down slightly. Autopilot and auto throttle is in control still. We're committed.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Idle throttle. And touchdown. Reverse thrust sets. $80 knots. 60 knots reverse thrust idle. And then exit the runway as soon as we're able. So probably push out to the right very shortly. Oh boy, the frame rates.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to France. The local time is 8:01 p.m. and it's currently about 22 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices.
Lufthansa 1100, make the next right on November 6, taxi stand of choice and report on block 3 frequency.
Remember to use caution when opening the overhead.
Standard choice for Lufthansa 1100 will report.
If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying.
Right, that's up. Landing lights off, set to taxi lights, and let's start up the APU. So we're going to wait for the flap to open, and then let it all start. So there's a British Airways 320 right now at stand. We've got a few GA aircrafts. Nothing too major at the moment. Also over there, you're going to have all the Airbus facilities, because Airbus are based out of Toulouse, and so do use this airport a lot. You'd like to see some real plane crashes, and so... Oh right, so it is possible to turn off the crash physics and actually have... Sorry, turn off the black screen and have some basic crash physics. So you can turn that off, it's possible. So we'll go park up next to that British Airways there. Where the flight attendants not have the German accents? No, the flight attendants is a generic Canadian lady who's done the voices. Can't remember her name. If you go to the TFDi Instagram account, they've got a few clips of them recording all the voices. But apart from that, I do like PACX. It's a very good little add-on. So once you get to gate, we'll also go to the end of flight reports and see how that all works out. In terms of the stands, I don't really see too much in the way of actual ground markings. It's looking a bit... there's no real ground markings here, so we'll go and park up just around where that British Airways is.
Center 1100, welcome to Toulouse. Frequency change is approved. Have a nice end of evening and see you next time. Bye.
Thank you very much. You have a good evening yourself. Lufthansa 1100, frequency change approved.
Right.
Take care.
You too.
Love you. Ah, no response to that. Okay, the AP's not actually started up yet, so we'll turn it on now. We'll shut off the engines, and presumably... Actually, not sure about ground power, because, well, it's not really a pre-final gate, this. Right, engines off, taxi lights off, beacon lights off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toulouse. Flight time today was 1 hour and 30 minutes, so we have arrived 10 minutes early, and we hope you guys have enjoyed a pleasant flight with Lufthansa today. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Right, that's all sorted. Hang on, before the generator's cut off, please APU, turn on. So connect to the ground, we'll see if the jetway will work. Hopefully it will. Okay, no APU then. And jet bridge, probably not. No, oh well, that's fine then. Is that... Oh look, the Airbus is actually about to depart soon. And so that right there is a real person controlling the aeroplane, all controlled by IVAO. It's a real person about to take flight in this aircraft. So all the traffic you see are real people, and they do fly their own routes. So that's one of the beauties of IVAO. It is all just it's fully dynamic, and the whole world is integrated into the sim. So let us open up PACX. This aircraft is deboarding. That's all fine. Let's end the flights. And let's see how it went. So flights was around 1 hour and 23. Again, for some reason I set it 330 there. That was 300, sorry, that was wrong. I did that wrong. Whoops. So yeah, itinerary was Frankfurt to Toulouse, 1 hour and 23 time, 183 people on board, 98 satisfaction, landing rate was 278, which is a bit heavy but not terrible. And, well, slightly ahead of schedule. Passengers seem rather happy out the flights. That's all good. And so we can save the flights, open up the, not awards, the reports, view that, and it will open it on the browser. At least that should be able to. If not, perhaps just because it's not saved yet. Oh well, there is a way you can view it later. And so, yeah, with that, I think now comes to the end of our flight. So, thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow we'll do another flight again in the 320. We will also try and do a night flight. So, today was an evening sunset. Tomorrow will be fully night. And, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But otherwise, I enjoyed that. It was a very fun flight. IVAO works out quite nicely, both for departure and landing. This is PACX. PACX by TFDi Design. And yeah, that's that for today. So you guys take care, have a good one, and tune in tomorrow. We'll do another 320 flights flying with PACX as well. You take care. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Take care. Bye bye. Love you. Yeah, don't take it too far, they said. Don't take it too far.